Elected?
Yep. Yes. This is Jonathan Alexander, Your News Arizona. I'm over here in Kingman, Arizona at the protests they're doing today, the 2 o'clock protests they're doing around the country. And we're going to go down here and see exactly what these people are protesting. Thank you very much.
Sure.
Hello. I'm with Your News Arizona, Jonathan Alexander. You telling these people no?
I know, but no, we don't really want to speak with you right now because we're having a conversation,
Okay, yeah.
and I doubt you're going to add anything meaningful to it.
Well, we just want to know what this rally's about.
Democracy and freedom.
Hey,
How are you?
good. How are you doing?
I'm with Your News Arizona.
Uh-huh.
We're covering this event.
Uh-huh.
Exactly what is this event about?
It's about peace and it's about unity. It's about inclusion. It's about love and compassion.
Okay. So does this have anything with what's going on out in Minnesota?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And what's your thoughts on the shooting out in Minnesota?
I think it was abhorrent and unnecessary. And I think a lot of people are being misled and lied to. And people are not getting accurate information.
So we watched the coverage ourselves on several different angles, and it appears the lady actually hit the ice agent. What's your thoughts on that?
I think you've been misled.
So you think that is fake coverage?
I think you've been misled.
But do you think that is fake coverage?
I think there are elements in the media and the right-wing media that would like to distort the facts and keep people like you agitated and divisive and unnecessarily angry.
Well, I'm not agitated. I'm a bystander here, just reporting the news.
You're welcome to join in, but we are not welcome to promote anything other than peace and love and justice and unity and inclusivity and togetherness.
I appreciate your time. Thank you. Anything you'd like to add to this?
No, we're not going to do that.
All right, thank you.
We're not going to do it.
How you doing, sir?
Doing good. How you doing?
We're
Good.
not doing it. Excuse me.
I'd appreciate you not obstructing our cameras. We've got the right to be out here reporting.
I know you do, and I'm not obstructing. I'm just.
You are actually obstructing a news agency.
What news agency is it?
Your News Arizona, sir.
Pardon me?
Your News Arizona.
Y-O-U-R.
Your Y-O-U-R.
We have
News
signs up here. If
Arizona.
anyone wants to come up and participate with
Yes,
signs
sir.
yourselves.
So, and I appreciate you guys allowing me to report down here. Otherwise, we'll see what Mojave County Sheriff's have to say about you guys obstructing our news agency.
Go for it. That's okay. It's all right.
So, are you a paid agitator?
I'm a paid agitator, and I just report the news, sir. So
then, do you believe that the ICE agents' behavior in Minneapolis was legal and lawful?
I believe that the woman driving that car put her car in gear and actually hit him. Yes, sir. I do believe that.
Well, that's not what we're here today.
I've seen multiple angles.
That's not what we're here for today.
Yeah. And that's not what I'm here for. I'm here to cover the story down here.
Well, you're welcome to cover it, but when you start asking people questions about what you're asking, it's not support. So if you'd like to get a sign,
If asking a simple question, what this protest is about, is a problem with you, that's your problem, not mine.
it's not a protest.
Okay. If this is what you call a rally, then okay. That's fine. You guys are entitled to your opinions on it. So,
I'm not going to let you do that.
No, go ahead. Let him do it.
No, we don't need that. We don't need to do it.
all right.
This is a peaceful assembly. We need to keep.
Well, and I'm being peaceful. Thank you.
Well, I'm going to go with you.
Actually, you're not. Thank you very much. Now you're a paid agitator. I hope you understand that. How you doing?
All right, how you doing?
Take a look at your sign. Thank you.
Support democracy. Support the Constitution, please. All right. That's all we accept.
100% support the Constitution.
That's good. Glad to hear that. Support the Constitution. Goddamn right.
Okay, I got a question with your sign.
Yeah.
So you're stating here that she was murdered, correct?
Right. I believe so. Yeah.
Why is your thoughts leading towards murder?
Well, if you look at the way that car was sitting and the way she was turning her hand, she was turning away from that guy standing up there in front. And the guy, I think, way overreacted. You know, he overreacted. You know, probably shouldn't even been out there because he had been. You know, I don't know. Did they give him any retraining or psychological training after the first time he was run over? Probably not. You know, he was gun shy, or you know, I mean, he was just overreacting.
Overreacted?
Totally overreacted.
Right.
So, I mean, if he was any other police force in the United States, he'd be on leave. You know, and they'd be investigating.
He's
Well-
the only one of
well, everybody-
that hasn't been investigated.
Everybody here is entitled to their opinion. I'm not here to tell you guys you're not entitled to your opinion. We're here to report the news.
Right.
So that's what we're down here to do, is report and get the story out to America. So whether other people hate this story or you guys hate what I'm doing, that's on America, not me. I just cover the news stories.
Yeah. Well, if we didn't have such an influx of ICE agents, you know, into our cities. Now I can see picking up bad guys and criminals and deporting. Yeah, but you know, I mean, they are creating this. This is what's happening. You know, when they go out in force and you know, they're acting without any impunity whatsoever. I mean,
What's your thoughts on the assassination of Charlie Kirk?
I think that's total bullshit. I mean, same thing from the other side. That kid was wacko. You know, and he had been, you know, brainwashed, but the way a lot of the young men on the internet. You know, too much time on the internet. You know, there's no room in violence whatsoever. Charlie Kirk was a good guy out there saying what he wanted to say for his side, and I support his right to do everything he was doing. I didn't agree with him, but I mean, you know,
That
assassination of him was total bullshit.
Well, again, we all can agree to disagree in this world. Everybody's entitled to their thoughts and opinions on the matter. I personally went down to Charlie Kirk's memorial, been at several of his events, and I do know he was a good Christian man. Met him in person, and seeing him be assassinated was a great loss for America.
Yeah, I did not agree with that at all. You know, whatsoever.
And for me, it's great to see so many young people at the colleges around the country that are getting spiritually involved. There should be
From reporting to something else.
Oh, actually, no. I'm asking his thoughts about Charlie Kirk.
Ask a cause, but what you're doing is politicizing. So we don't need to do that here, okay?
So, well,
Well, you know, it was a regretful. That was a sad move. You know,
Nobody should be shocked.
you know, his assassination was terrible. You know,
so what's
just like her assassination was terrible too. You know,
so what's your thoughts on all the Border Patrol agents and ICE agents being rammed by these protesters as well?
well, no, if they are really going after them with their cars, you know, she was not. You know, but if someone is like running a car into a Border Patrol agent, yeah, they can react. But her particular situation, to me, did not look like she was trying to ram him. You know, she was turning the wheel the opposite from where he was standing, the opposite way. She was not gun on the edges. She was moving really slow. I mean, you know, she was just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
So have you ever reviewed the footage that he actually had recorded?
Yes. Yes, I saw that.
So, in your opinion, from the time she put it in gear, did you bother to count how many seconds it took her to hit him?
I don't think he was hit. I don't
If
think he
you
was
think
hit.
that she hit him,
Yeah, I don't.
you're an
think he was
idiot. You're an idiot. Everybody has watched the footage. If you've watched different footage and think that he got hit,
hit.
you're a
He-
fucking
He
idiot.
didn't. He didn't. He never got tied.
Okay.
No, you're an idiot.
Okay.
If you saw something that wasn't there, you're either hallucinating, taking too many medications, or drunk, or you're just an idiot.
Well, actually, that's
Let's
No, well, that's
Okay.
basically it.
I love it.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
Yeah.
We don't need to do this.
So
Let's focus on why we're here.
Worked up.
Let's why
So
we're,
he's
let's focus
making
on why
leading bullshit statements.
I'm asking simple questions, folks.
You're welcome to your opinion.
Well,
You know?
Let me ask my
But
question.
you know, I guess you could view that footage, whichever way you want. I'm viewing it my way, and I think the guy was way out of hand.
And again, you're entitled to your opinion. I'm not here to tell you you're not entitled to your opinion. The footage I've watched, several.
you're moving away from reporting to editorial.
No, I'm just making a point. The footage that I watched appeared that she hit him.
You know, like once again, that whole incident should be investigated. I mean, you have to have the vice president of the United States come out within an hour and say, "Oh, he's completely innocent and exonerated." That
Okay.
how in the hell can he reach that conclusion?
Thank you.
Okay, I appreciate your time today, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Appreciate you.
We're gonna move on.
I appreciate you not blocking me, ma'am. I've got the right to be out here news reporting. How you doing today? I'm Jonathan Alexander with Your News Arizona. So what's your thoughts on what took place out in Minnesota?
Well, you mean the shooting of Renee Good?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it looked like he had no reason to shoot her. He was in no harm's way.
In your opinion, do you think she hit him with her car?
No, she was obviously turning to avoid him.
Well, I understand what you think. I'm asking, did it appear that she hit him with her car, though?
No, it didn't. His hands, but he was like this when she went by him, and he shot directly in the window. The first shot into the windshield, and he shot twice directly at her head in the window when he was clearly up clear. It's if you can't see that, you got some kind of real deep prejudice or protection of Trump and his policies, because that was obvious to anybody with a rational mind.
Well, we're just down here reporting the news. I'm not here to tell people they're wrong or right. I'm here to listen to people's stories and how they feel. Evidently, she has a problem with me being here today, but that's fine. She's entitled to it.
And we want to make sure that we don't cause trouble.
the hat kind of gets.
Because I support Border Patrol. No, actually, Your News Arizona does all the live border news coverage from the border. I just got back from the Yuma sector, so if you go on you go on YouTube, check out Your News Arizona. You'll see my live broadcast from the border yesterday.
Okay.
So, I appreciate that. I appreciate your time. Thanks for answering. Thanks for answering some questions.
No problem.
How are you today?
I'm wonderful.
So I'm Jonathan Alexander with Your News Arizona. So you have a sign here that says "Free America." Okay. Do you feel, in your opinion, right now, America is free?
I would like it to be. I feel it's becoming a little less free every day.
So in your opinion, what freedoms have been taken away?
Freedom of speech has been curtailed greatly by the intimidation of the current administration. And we hesitate to speak out, which is awful. That's our First Amendment right of freedom of speech, and yet we're fearful because of the intimidation tactics that have been used against.
So I understand what you're saying. So maybe you could help explain to me, though, what freedoms of speech have been taken away that stops you from being able to say what's on your mind.
Well, I don't want to get shot for saying what I believe, and I don't want to be yanked out of my car because I happen to be in the wrong place, or that I might be a bit of a color or have an accent.
So do you feel these protesters out there in Minnesota are interfering with the operations of ICE?
No.
So they just took into custody this morning, and it was live, where protesters were interfering as they were arresting a pedophile out there, an illegal immigrant, and he was a pedophile.
Did they arrest him legally? Did they read rights? Did they have warrants? Did they have real probable cause? Did they present it to him? Did they show their badge number and uncover their faces so that you could say, oh yeah, he's legitimate, and here's the paperwork that says we have reason to believe that, we have a warrant for you?
So if you got protesters doxing your ICE agents, I'm just asking the question. If you have protesters doxing your ICE agents, wanting pictures of them so they can harass their families, to know where they are, the whole 9 yards, do you think it's okay for people to be threatening ICE agents' families?
No, I do not.
So why would you think the ICE agents would want to show their faces?
If they're not doing anything wrong, that's how police and law works. I mean, if you're ever approached by a police officer, I want their badge number. I want to know they're legit. If I'm getting pulled over, I drive somewhere safe, and first thing I want is to make sure he's a legit person. These ICE agents are not identifying themselves. Why do they have to cover their masks? Why do they cover their faces?
My understanding, to protect their identities.
Why? They're not doing anything wrong. Yeah. If they're not doing anything wrong, why do they need to protect their identities?
Yep.
Because
Well, so you believe them arresting illegal aliens is wrong?
Not the criminal ones. The pedophile being, arrested, whatever. If they have all the documentation and they've got a warrant and that he's criminal, I want him out.
So I report live on the borders constantly. I do a lot of the news coverage down there in Yuma sector and the Tucson sector. The way these illegals came in over the last 4 years, coming through the holes in the wall, pouring through, do you not agree that's illegal?
You can argue that they are here illegally, but does that mean my grandfather came illegally? I mean, for God's sake, and became an American citizen, moved on. These people are just looking for, if their worst crime is that they are illegal. Okay.
Do you understand? Do you understand that we have had enough fentanyl pouring through those borders?
Okay, you're starting to politicize again.
Yeah.
That they've had enough fentanyl pouring through those borders to kill every last man, woman, and child here in America on a daily basis.
You're not reporting anymore.
Well,
I know I'm making a point.
okay, and my point is, why is the fentanyl coming into this country?
Because the Biden administration allowed Trump's wall to be dismantled and the illegals are pouring through.
Yes, he is. Yes, he
Just
is.
don't say another word. Just ignoring.
Yeah, I have my.
Thank you.
Yeah. Just sorry, I got my sister on the line.
Okay, so in other words, I'm not entitled to my opinion.
Oh, you are, but not.
Well, you're disrupting my opinion. Thank you for your time.
All right.
How you doing today?
Pretty good. Who are you?
Good.
Who are you?
I'm
U.S. border.
I'm Johnathon Alexander with Your News Arizona. Okay. How you doing? So as you guys can see, it looks like this country is pretty greatly divided. Everybody's entitled to their opinions. I'm not here to silence anyone from their opinions. Just getting the news out there to America. And this gal likes to be a pain in my ass and be a paid agitator. So, for the Epstein time, release the files. So ma'am, are you here on the Epstein files, or are you here over the Minnesota event, or what's your reason for being here today? All the above. Okay.
Absolutely.
What's your thought on the Minnesota shooting?
Why are you asking me that?
I'm with Your News Arizona, Jonathan Alexander.
With who?
Your News Arizona.
What is that? Is that a newspaper?
We're a news agency.
A news agency.
Yes, ma'am. This is live broadcast around the United States today from Your News Arizona. So you can also find us on Q Broadcast, yournews.com. We're all over every channel out there.
It's funny, I haven't heard of you.
But, well,
I'll look you up.
yes, please do.
Alrighty.
So, anyways, what's your thoughts on the Minnesota shooting?
Well, I've got a sign asking about those goddamn Epstein files.
Okay.
Why are you asking me about Minnesota?
Well, I'm just wondering myself about the Epstein files and what, and I'm also asking another question, and maybe you can answer it. Why do you think the Clintons are ignoring the subpoena right now?
No idea.
So do you think they?
That's their business, isn't it?
Okay. Do you think they should have to answer as well?
I think that anybody who's in the files should have to answer. And if he's in the files, yes. Anybody who's in the files. How simple is that?
Well, and I can tell you right now, I 100% agree. If Trump did wrong, I'd expose him too.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. I'm not biased in that way. I'll get the truth out to people.
Well, I'm biased in that way. I think everybody who's in the file should answer.
In other words, I don't care. In other words, I don't care what side of the aisle you're on. If you're corrupt, you're corrupt, and I will expose you.
Well, that's a simple basic. That's common sense.
So,
What you say your website was?
Your News Arizona.
Your News Arizona.
Your News Arizona. So,
So publicity.
not publicity, trying to get the truth out to America while you guys are down here protesting. So,
Well, I hope I enlightened you.
I appreciate your time. Thank you. I'm being civil towards everybody. So, I appreciate you.
Appreciate the civility.
You betcha.
So,
How are you?
I'm great. How you doing?
Try to read your whole side. I like my country. Like my whiskey, no ice. Well, after today, I think I'm gonna want a shot of whiskey. So, so
You too. How you doing? Oh, good. Huh? Come back to town. Visit with us. To town, yeah. Sometimes it's not bad, and you're like, oh man, this is gonna be.
how are you today? So I'm Jonathan Alexander with Your News Arizona. So your sign here, no justice, no peace. What do you consider justice?
I got a headache. Anyway,
Well, I've got a headache too.
I'd rather not talk about it right now.
All right. Well, I appreciate your time. Thank you. How are you guys? Good. How you doing? So I'm with Your News Arizona, Jonathan Alexander. Love over hate. So what brings you out today?
The nice weather.
Well, it's a beautiful day, ain't it?
Yes, it is. And I like talking to my senior folks, especially under the right causes.
So what cause are you here for?
Because for Democrats, I want to see the Constitution of the United States being observed and followed.
So, in your opinion, what do you think is not being followed in the Constitution?
Well, I think the rights of Miranda rights are not being followed. Yay! Hooray! How do you like that? Okay, that's one of my. I just can't see people getting killed over things that are supposed to be helping our country, but they're not.
So what's your thoughts on all these people out there in Minnesota ramming ICE agents?
If I lived there, I'd be out there too.
Would you be ramming ICE agents' vehicles?
Of course, I don't want to get shot. That makes sense.
Do you support the ones that are ramming their vehicles?
Support the ones that are protesting peacefully, but not getting in the way of law enforcement.
So do you
The right way and the wrong way.
So do you think ramming your vehicle into an ICE agent's vehicle is not getting in the way of a federal operation?
I saw the video, and there's two different ways to look at it. I believe that she wasn't trying to run over that guy. And if that gives you any idea of what my answer would be, no, you don't want to run over an ICE agent. But I don't think she meant to get shot or try to hurt that guy.
Do you believe she actually hit him?
No, she did not hit him.
So you don't believe that she hit him with the car? Okay.
Of course not.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
I appreciate your opinion. Thank you.
Thank you for listening. Now, where's this going to go?
This is going national.
Yeah.
Check out yournews.com. You'll be national. Thank you, though.
God, don't put my dumb remarks on there. I take it all back. That's it.
Anyway, some people have to.
How you doing today?
Thank
Can I interview you?
God bless you. Beyond your best.
Would it be okay if I ask you a couple questions, sir? Okay, appreciate your time. How are you guys? So I'm with Your News Arizona. What brings you guys out today?
I'm working. Keep moving. Keep moving. I'm working.
So are you actually getting paid to be here then? Well, you said you're working.
I work every day. I work on things that are good, things that help, and make things better. That's what I work on, and I never get paid for it.
So do you think getting these illegal aliens out of this country, do you think that's good or bad?
Don't be afraid, sir. Don't be afraid. Keep moving. Keep moving.
Okay, you heard his request.
Okay, I appreciate your time. Thank you. Now, I don't need you telling me what to do, ma'am. No, us news reporters don't pay attention very often.
All right.
What brings you out today, sir?
The Epstein files need to be released, as the president said they would be, and signed a law saying they would be released. And some Republicans voted for them to be released. And most decent Americans want them released. We don't care who's on that list.
Well, and honestly, sir, I have to 100% agree with you. I don't care who's on that list myself. I want the files released.
So do, I believe, a large majority of decent Americans.
Well, as all Americans should.
Yeah, I agree. But who is holding those files up? And why are they keeping them from the American public? What do they have to hide? Who are they protecting?
Well,
Republicans?
That's been my question lately about Republicans and Democrats. Who's protecting who? Because at this point in time, I don't see justice on either side of the aisle.
What I'll tell you is the Republicans and Democrats that voted for the release and are pushing for the release are trying to represent the people that elected them. Both sides. Big business and billionaires don't want that information out. And they have a lot of sway on the current administration.
Well, maybe because some of these billionaires' names are on that list as well.
I agree. That probably is true. But we as Americans won't even know what's going on in our republic until those files are released. And big money and billionaires are the ones that are screwing with America right now, screwing with our freedom, screwing with our bond market, and screwing with the value of the dollar. Just look around the world.
Oh, I see a lot of corruption around the world.
I'm talking about the perception of America around the world.
Well, what's your thoughts on all the people out there in Minnesota defrauding the country on the child care?
I haven't seen the evidence of that yet. Okay, I know there's been some videos that have been debunked, but again, read that. Whenever law ends, tyranny begins. So, no, nothing should be held from the American public.
So Nick Shirley's the one who actually exposed that out there.
Well, that's questionable whether he exposed something or if he twisted his videos to make it look like there was a problem.
Well, the video footage that we watched was all live feed. It wasn't cut and edited or recorded.
You stop recording and you're editorializing again.
No, I'm speaking my opinion, ma'am. I don't need you to tell me how to do my job.
Presenting yourself as a reporter, then be a reporter.
I'm just making a point. The footages that I see were all live feed.
And there's been plenty of reporting of him showing up with masked people at daycare centers. And if my grandkids are at a daycare center and somebody shows up like that, I don't want them answering the door either.
So when you guys go on Your News Arizona or go over to Facebook, Jonathan Townsend Alexander, or you can find me on YouTube, Rumble, under yournews.com as well. You can watch my reporting. I don't cut. I don't edit it. What I report on today goes live to the world.
Good.
So every last word you guys say to me today is going out to the world.
And I will check that.
And that's the way it is, word for word with me.
Let's get this pedophile issue dealt with. I've got children. I've got grandchildren. That has disgusted me my whole life. And for our government to be holding it up, even though the people have overwhelmingly said they want those files released,
No.
what does it mean to be an American?
Well, you actually just made a good point, sir. So here's the thing. You said you got children and grandchildren. I love you say that because that's my exact words. This is not the future that I want for my children or my grandchildren. And a lot of people right now have a lot of problem with the ICE agents arresting people. Ma'am, I'm speaking my opinion.
It's not the arrest. I don't think the problem is with the arrest. The problem is with the manner in which the arrests are happening. These surges in the Democrat-controlled cities, okay, where right now we got 2,000 going on 3,000 federal agents in Minneapolis, where there's 600 officers on the police force, and I've seen innocent citizens pulled out of their cars, detained, and then released without even getting the identity of the people that did it to them. That's fascism.
Do you think, in your opinion, maybe they need 2,000 agents because of the amount of protesters there that's been surrounding them as they're trying to intervene on the work they're doing?
No, because if you go back and look, Clinton, Bush, Obama, and even Biden, look at the deportation numbers during their administrations without this type of violence of our federal government on our states. We have state rights. They deported criminals and people who are here illegally without these goon squads.
Well, here's the difference that I see as a journalist. What I see is under the Clintons, Bidens,
Bush,
the Republican Party, from what I can see, what I have seen is they never protested against that. They never protested against deportation.
No, they didn't protest against violent action by federal agents. It's not the deportation.
And you don't think rim and ice vehicles is not being violent as well?
not when you stand in front of the vehicle. Any law officer with any kind of training, not 8 weeks of training, knows not to get in front of a running vehicle. And if you look at that video, he walked around that car, walked in front of it again, and then if you slow down all of those views and look at them, you can see that his front corner of that car was by his knee.
But you don't believe they hit him, correct?
I don't think so.
Okay, all right.
He shot from that point. The car went by, and he shot point blank 2 times. Judge, trial, and jury. Is that the kind of law that we want in America? No. No, that's goon squad. That's fascism. That's uncontrolled federal overreach. Meanwhile, pedophile files, Epstein files, still being held back. So what are we trying to pull attention from? I'm going to keep going back to those pedophile files, the Epstein situation. That's what all of this is designed to hide, to try to overnews it.
Well, sir, you get a chance, check out Your News Arizona. Appreciate the broadcast with you. I'm going to get up here and capture this while they're talking. And I appreciate your time. Thank you. All right, guys, we're going to walk up here and we're going to cover what they're saying.
Really, anybody else who wants to talk about how this is affecting the good faith?
Is it on already? Okay. Hi, my name is Brenda Dunkel, and I want to tell you how what the Trump administration is doing is biting them in their own, shooting themselves in their own foot. My aunt died back in June of 2025, and for some reason they keep putting her Social Security check automatically into her account. I have tried and tried to call them to correct this situation, and because of the big beautiful bill, they've cut the people at the Social Security office, and now I can't get through. The other day I called and they said it would be a 2-hour wait, so I was more than willing to do that. And then I was waiting and waiting, and they never called me back. So I finally had to call our local senators, one of our local senators, to see if I can get any help on it. Like, what is the story about that? This is money that the government would have, but yet they won't, because they've cut the Social Security Administration. Now I can't even get through to them. It used to be so easy to call the Social Security Administration. It's just amazing, amazing. Thank you.
If anyone else would like to come up and speak, you're more than welcome to.
Hello. This mic is always open, so I was talking to it.
Check.
My name is Gordon Zolke. I'm from Montana. Came to Arizona in 2020 during the beginning of the pandemic. I can tell you one thing. I was a public school teacher for 27 and a half years. Then I taught in a Catholic private school for 8 years. Before that, I was in the U.S. Army, regular Army, commissioned as a lieutenant and exited as a captain. I met with General Schwarzkopf, who was a colonel then, in Alaska. I was at Fort Wainwright, Alaska. And I can tell you I'm disgusted with the way Trump sees the military.
Yes.
He has no respect for the military.
None.
And I can tell you, General Schwarzkopf would be the first to tell you that. I met with him once a month. He was the commander of Desert Storm. And I can say one thing, as an Eagle Scout and a veteran, I am thoroughly disgusted with the way the White House has turned into this nationalism. Nationalism is a key word for white supremacy and Nazism. And if you go back and study history of the Bund, before World War II, this America first means America last, because NATO came into existence after World War II, and guess who's tearing it down? We cannot stand for this. We have to protest. We have to stand up as Americans. And if your heart is red, white, and blue, you know what to do. Thank you.
Hey, short stuff. I just wanted to say that I made one small slap against Trump that I'm proud of. I just lost my husband, and he completing all the paperwork with the VA, Social Security, OPM, Figley, so forth. It's taking forever, and probably because of Trump's cutbacks. But one of the things I felt good about was the question as to whether or not I wanted the certificate signed by the president. And I told whoever I was talking to, I don't want that SOB's name on anything concerning my husband.
How long were you together? How long were you together?
69 years.
My goodness.
Together for 74, married for 65.
Would anyone else like to testify?
Play some more music.
There you go.
All right, guys. If you get any more speakers, I'll come up and cover it.
So I have a lot of personal experience with being screwed over by our current legislation as a disabled woman. But what I want to read today are two excerpts from Margaret Walker's 1937 poem, For My People. For my people, lending their strength to the years, to the gone years and the now years and the maybe years. Washing, ironing, cooking, scrubbing, sewing, mending, hoeing, plowing, digging, planting, pruning, and patching. Dragging along, never gaining, never reaping, never knowing, and never understanding. Let a new earth rise, let another world be born. Let a bloody peace be written in the sky. Let a second generation full of courage issue forth. Let a people loving freedom come to growth. Let a beauty full of healing and strength be final clinching, be the pulsing in our spirits and our blood. Let the songs be written. Let the dirges disappear. If resistance is seeds, and this is me, then we are gardeners. Let us plant and tend those seeds. Let the resistance continue to root, to grow, and one day, may we all, as one human family, reap the fruits of these labors. We stand on the shoulders of those who came before us, as we still are fighting the same battles. Fascism was not defeated in 1945. It is alive and well in this country, and we must fight it. We must be there for one another. And that's all I have to say right now.
Hey there, Doc.
Karen, do you want to mention something about Don't respond to. You have something to say?
I do.
Go for it. Come on, Jerry. Go for it. I see another shorty. Even worse. Another shorty.
You need a tall mic.
My next life, I'm going to be tall.
There you go. Maybe you were in a.
I just want to say that we're here for our freedom, for our country, our democracy. We are also here. We are also here for those who have already been the victims of unnecessary violence perpetrated by ICE. And I'm asking all of you to join me and say her name. Renee Nicole Good. I don't hear you. Renee Nicole Good. I don't hear you. Renee Nicole Good. Thank you so much.
All right, guys, this is Jonathan Alexander, your News Arizona, getting ready to end this broadcast live here in Kingman, Arizona, and come down to get everybody's thoughts and opinions on everything. And I know the viewing audience got to hear the people's thoughts.
Test my IQ. They showed me this picture of 3 oranges and a pear. They asked me, which one is different and does not belong? They told me different is wrong. When I was 14 years old, I woke up one morning, the eyes covered in blood like a war, like a warning that I live in a breakable, takeable body. And a woman come in the night to replace me, to face me. My body is borrowed. I got it on loan for the time in between my mom and some maggots. I don't need no one to hold me. I can hold my own. I got highways for stretch marks. You'll see how I've grown. You see, I scream sometimes like my life is at stake because you're only as loud as the noises you make. I'm learning to laugh as hard as I can listen because silence is violence in women and poor people. And if more people were screaming, then I could relax. But a good brain ain't worth diddly unless you got the facts. We live in a breakable, takeable world, an ever-available possible world. And we can make music like we can make do. Genius isn't a backseat to nothing if you're dancing, especially something stupid like IQ. For every lie I unlearn, I learn something new. And I sing sometimes for the war that I fight, because every tool is a weapon if you hold it right.
All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and end this broadcast, and we'll be live again tomorrow morning. Jonathan and Julie D in the morning, live at 10 a.m. Mountain Time, 9 Pacific. So thanks for joining in, and we'll see you live again tomorrow. God bless all of you.